Yo, what up? What's going on? What's going on? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Good people, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Tuesday, happy Truthful Tuesday, Truthful, Tenacious Tuesday, happy Tuesday. We are wearing the colors red, black, and green, RBG. We are celebrating. I did not wear my colors yesterday for Malcolm X's birthday. I did not attend an event, but I am attending an event today. I will be in Harlem today at the Schomburg for a Malcolm X celebration later on today. I am looking forward to that. Day 20 days into the 31-day watermelon challenge and fast, and I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling clear-headed. I'm feeling clean inside. Like, I know that when I eat more fruits, when I add mango and avocado and other stuff, the poop is gonna be pooping. It's gonna come right through me. And then as I start to add, spinach and cashews and all of the things, man, my body's gonna build my body, right? Like I'm breaking it down and building at the same time. So I'm maintaining my workout. We did 3 sets today. This is the first time doing 3 sets and one session. It would take me 2 sessions to 3 sets, like 1 session now and 2 sessions later, or 2 sessions now and 1 later. Not because I physically couldn't do it, but because time, right? It's a lot to do, man. Maintaining, right, relationship and connection and rest and reading and writing and building is the show, and time just wasn't having enough time. But this morning, up at 4:50, out the door in Brooklyn by 5:30, right? Home, I didn't get right to it when I got home. I spent a few minutes to sit down because I also didn't have anything to drink or eat since Sunday. Sunday night, like 11:20 was my last beverage, watermelon juice. So yeah, man, a little fatigued, right? But feeling strong. I remember like 10 days ago, 12 days ago, right? Somebody said that my man said I looked wounded because I was doing a video and I was freaking tired. It was the end of the day. It was Monday, all right? I hadn't had anything to drink, all right? It was early on in the challenge, all right? So like, yeah, I was freaking tired, man. He said, "You look wounded, beloved. Be careful." And I'm like, and that's my boy, all right? But he doesn't know, right? He hasn't been following me, right? He doesn't live in the neighborhood, doesn't live around me. We don't speak often or see each other often. So he doesn't know that this is what I do. Yo, what's going on? MF Magic, what's the deal? What's the deal? Peace and love. Happy Tuesday. Mona Love, what's going on? And a check-in, my baby girl. I'm so proud of you. 20 days in, still maintaining your workout, still doing all of the things, man, teaching and all of the stuff, man. Eddie Kruger, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. It is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. The month is almost over. It is only a week left, right? Once next Tuesday comes, and next week is the last week of the month, man. And we almost done, baby. We are almost done with the challenge. I am super excited, happy, tenacious, and truthful Tuesday. We are going to hit the share button. We're going to share this live. Please share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in tuning in. Hit that share button, bring them involved, bring them into the conversation, bring them into the chat. Don't keep this conversation to yourself. It's going to be a great show. We're going to talk about some good stuff today, man. Bring them into the chat. Bring your peoples in. Spread the good news just like you spread the bad news. I bet if I was on here doing something crazy, you would share it. Like, you got to look at this. Share the good stuff, man. Share the good news. Spread the good news. Too often we keep good stuff to ourselves. We're so quick to share the bad stuff. And it's evident in people with restaurants, right? People got this thing with restaurants. And I'm going to say I've noticed this specifically with women who I know, right? Women I know don't want to share the restaurant that they go to because other people might go. Like, it's so exclusive to you. Like, the mindset, man, of not wanting to share good stuff is terrible. It's trash. You don't want anybody else to experience the goodness that you experience. Anyway, let's keep going. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Martin. You were tuned into episode 370 of SRDaily. 370 episodes in. That's a milestone. 370 episodes. That means we are just 30 episodes away from our next milestone episode, which is episode 400th episode. It's a beautiful journey, man. I'm learning so much. I'm growing so much. I listened to something in the talk the other day. They said, once you do the thing, right, and you got 700, 800 podcast episodes, then you pretty much a podcast like expert, right? You get to 1,000 episodes, 1,500 episodes. You're like the expert. I'm becoming a talk show expert, talk show podcast expert, right? Understanding angles, understanding lighting, or I'm getting better at lighting, trying to get better at lighting, understanding the equipment, understanding sound. So yeah, man, it's all improvement. I'm growing. I'm grateful. I'm excited. Let's get the show started. Once again, this is episode 370 of SR Daily. Today is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, episode 370. We're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a phrase of the day, and today's phrase is from a book that I am reading. I don't have the book with me now, but it was in a book, and it reminded me of a movie. The phrase is "Love don't cost a thing." That's a movie. That's a movie that I think had Nick Cannon and Christina Milian, if I'm not mistaken. Love don't cost a thing, right? I liked the movie. It was pretty good. I seen it only one time when it came out. It's not a movie I've watched again. I probably would watch it again, but I haven't. I don't think. I think I only seen it that one time. But it was pretty good, right? But this is so much more than a movie title. This is true. It's factual, right? To give love and to be loved, it doesn't cost you anything. But right, as I read the book, as I'm reading the book, and as I pondered on this phrase specifically, it made me think about something. And I think that this phrase, doesn't reveal the full truth. Because I believe that true love does cost something. True love costs time and effort, right? It costs time to love somebody. It costs time and effort to allow someone to love you. It costs vulnerability and transparency. You got to be soft in order to be loved. You got to be open. You got to be honest about your feelings, how you feel about this thing or that thing or this person or that situation. Like, what are your thoughts, right? It costs time. It costs effort. It costs vulnerability. It costs transparency. True love, genuine love, whether platonic or familial, whatever it is, right? Love of, your craft. It costs your ego and maybe your freaking pride, right? Set your pride to the side, ask for what you want. Set your ego to the side and be okay with being a beginner. Be okay with starting over. Be okay with being hurt, right? Get rid of your ego, right? Love does cost you. Love, it can and it should, right? Cost you your freaking comfort zone. Get out your comfort zone. So, although love does not have a monetary value, right? Love, it does not have a monetary value, right? Like the love that my fiance and I share, it doesn't have a monetary value, but it's costing both of us. It's cost number one to get to this place of love. It costs freaking past heartbreak, right? It costs past disappointment. It costs past divorce, right? It costs feeling broken and picking yourself back up again, right? It costs effort. It costs time. It costs energy, right? It costs intentionality, right? It costs vulnerability, being vulnerable with each other after having divorces, right? Like it costs something. That is a cost. That is a cost. It's going to cost you something. So then the question begins, right? Or the question becomes, rather, are you willing to pay the price of admission? Are you willing to pay the price that it costs to experience, to be loved? Are you? Most people are not willing. Most people, they'll rather give you money. People would rather pay thousands of dollars for an experience than to give up their ego, their pride, their comfort zone, right? Than to do something that's hard, than to fail, right? Than to give up time and effort, energy, vulnerability, transparency. People rather give money. They rather give their last money, right, than to give up these things, right, than to pay with these things, right? And these things are things that they replenish, just like money. You can make more money. You can build your ego back up, right? You can reset your pride, right? Like, okay, you were vulnerable, you felt weak, but you can build strength. There is strength in vulnerability. I started a book about 2-3 years ago. I got a lot of books to finish, guys, and I'm going to finish them because I'm starting to write more. I'm writing in my journal more. I've written 4 out of the last 5 days, 5 out of the last 6 days. I'm lying, written 5 out of the last 6 days, which is the longest streak I've had in years, right, of journal writing. So I got some books to finish, but I started writing a book a few years ago, and it was the power of radical vulnerability and transparency. The power of radical vulnerability and transparency. There's power in being soft, right? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Let's think for a moment. Let's be grown, right? I like to think that, and it's a tenet in Taoism. Yo, razor raise, what's going on, my brother? Listen, it's a tenet in Taoism, right? And Ray may remember this tenet, right? We studied Taoism together. The soft overcomes the hard every time. And let's think about it. Water because of its persistence, can break down wood, can even ultimately rust away and break down metal, right? Let's go even more personal. The vagina breaks down the penis. The penis is hard. The vagina is soft. The vagina makes the penis soft again. The soft overcomes the hard every single time. The soft overcomes the hard every single time. So be gentle, be soft, and I promise you, you're gonna go far, and you're gonna win every time. Right? You're gonna win. You're gonna win every single time. All right, Vilma, what's going on? People are afraid to fail, but you have to try to take that chance, or you'll be stuck for the rest of your life. That's a fact, my love. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I appreciate you. Get those books written. You will actually help people. I know that. I do know that my books will help people. Right? Is as they say, it's easier said than done. Right? It takes sitting down. Right? It takes some are closer to completion than others. The autobiography, it should take about another 20 hours of writing and then editing to finish the autobiography. So in due time, all in due season. It's not something I could force, but I am back in that writing mode, right? I am getting up early. I am staying up later, right? And focused. So soon come. I appreciate you. Let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, our Need to Know News of the Day. Exploring your Rilla. What's going on, my sister? Peace and love. Today's Need to Know News of the Day is yesterday. So yesterday we all know was May 19th, Malcolm X's birthday, and there was events all over, right? All types of organizations had events, institutions had events, groups. It was a lot of events. I personally did not make any of the events yesterday, right? Had my freaking weekly team meeting with Connected Chef. Then I had to pick up flyers. I had to hang flyers because we're having a town hall this week, and flyer hanging took 3 hours, 3+ hours. All right, long time. As I was moving a little slower than normal because I was not drinking water or anything yesterday, just breathing. But today, right? Today, hold on one second. Today there's another event, right? That I'm gonna make. So the Schomburg Center, they had an event yesterday. They have another one today. Right, and I am going. I'm registered. I got 2 tickets. My love and I were going to the Schomburg Center. Vilma, Reza, if you guys are available, I will send you the link. I think you guys should join us. It's a conversation with an award-winning journalist and author, Mark Whitaker. He will be discussing his book, The Afterlife of Malcolm X. The Afterlife of Malcolm X. And the event is in celebration, of course, of Malcolm's 100th birthday. He would have been 100 years old yesterday. Unfortunately, he was assassinated at age 39. And that was a tragedy, a super tragedy, super young, super brilliant, super bright, and was snuffed out by the system, essentially, right? Regardless of who pulled the trigger, we know who got him killed, right? We know who got him killed. And so this book is an examination of how Malcolm's legacy has grown and shifted in the decades since he was assassinated, ultimately shaping movements, minds, and memory across generations. This conversation today at the Schomburg will be moderated by journalist and educator Linda Villarosa. She's an award-winning journalist. She's an educator. So yeah, this should be good, man. The event is 6:30 to 8:30. Schomburg is on 135th and Malcolm X Boulevard. Not too far, just a few short blocks from the health station, Black Sea Brothers, which we will be going to after the event to pick up more watermelon. I'm super excited for that. So I'm super excited to get more watermelon. Got some in the fridge. We're going to drink today. I'm not going to break fast till about 1 o'clock probably. When the show is over, I'm going to run out to do an interview with Channel 2, CBS, about the rezoning in Long Island City. Last week we did Channel 11. Today we're doing Channel 2. Yeah, Malcolm X, like I get goosebumps, right? Because as I'm talking about this Malcolm X event, and then as I shift to the work that I'm doing today, right? The work that we're doing around this big rezoning in Long Island City, and ensuring that our community gets what we need. I'm thinking about Malcolm's legacy, being involved, being engaged, right? Being engaged in every aspect of your community, from housing to public space to parks, right? To homelessness, to health, wellness, to organizing in politics. I'm engaged in every aspect of community, and I'm excited, right? I'm grateful to be involved, right? To be respected for my opinions, to be respected for my thoughts, to be respected and appreciated for my actions, right? For my actions and the fact that I'm willing to put my body on the line, right? Like that 2-week hunger strike is no easy feat. Not eating for 14 days is not easy, first of all. And then sleeping outside for those 14 days in the cold, absolutely brutal. But as Malcolm said, by any means necessary, we push the conversation forward. By any means necessary, we will get freedom, right? We will have justice. We will get free. We will have justice, and we will be liberated. Humanity, right? Across cultures, races, ethnic groups, financial classes, right? Like, we will make the world a better place. We will remove humanity from the grips of terrorism and oligarchy and all of the things, man, all of the things. So yeah, today's event, 6:30 to 8:30, Schaumburg Center, is a free event. It costs no money. You can RSVP. Just Google Schaumburg Center, scroll down, find the event. If you want to go though, and you don't want to do all of that, I get it. Everybody don't want to do all of that. I can get the link for you, send it to you. Just drop in the chat that you want to go, and I'll send you the link. Yeah, 6:30 to 8:30. Is the event up in Harlem at the Schaumburg Center. Some people have never gone to the Schaumburg. I personally love the Schaumburg. I haven't gone in a while, but I used to go as often as I can. A lot of events happen at the Schaumburg Center. Yeah, and I actually want to do an exhibit at the Schaumburg Center. I want to do my Hungry for Justice exhibit at the Schaumburg Center. So go up there today, right? Talk to the people and see what's up, because I am an art curator, right? Like, that's what's so dope about really doing everything and having so many different hats and being so well versed and knowledgeable and being a Renaissance man, right? Being a polymath. That's what's so dope, because like, any space that you enter, you can not only extract, but you can add value, right? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them later about doing my hunger strike. And at the Schaumburg, they may have space where we could do it fully, where I recreate the sleeping conditions, right? Where I put the tent up. At the last art exhibit I did, I am Big Black Bear, what's going on? Ami's Omi, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. At the last art exhibit last year, the Hungry for Justice exhibit here in Long Island City, I hung the photos from the hunger strike. We played the documentary from the hunger strike, and I hung the outfit from the hunger strike. I had the same outfit on for 14 days. Crazy. But we hung the outfit. The part that I didn't have, just because they didn't have space and I didn't have the budget at the time to make it happen. But I want to recreate, I want to rebuild the tent. I have the tent. I want to put the tent back together. I want to put the stuff back in the tent, and I want to recreate the conditions. I got some sound, some audio from when I was sleeping in the tent. I will record outside the rain, the trucks, right? And I want to create a immersive experience where when you can climb in the tent, you can see the cold in the waters, right? You can see the ashtray, because I was definitely smoking during the hunger strike. It was freezing outside. I was not doing it without smoking. I was definitely smoking some bud. I was definitely drinking. I didn't eat anything, but I definitely drank tea. I drank mushroom hot chocolate, right? I definitely drank the mushroom hot chocolate. Yeah, the mushroom tea, because it wasn't milk. It was water. We melted the mushroom chocolate in water, right? So I guess mushroom tea. But yeah, I was doing all of those things. But yeah, we're going to reset those things, reset the mattress I had in the tent, the blankets, the sleeping bag, the pillows, the heat pads, all of the stuff. And you can climb in the tent and you can feel what it felt like. You have the wind. You can hear the wind. You can hear the audio, right? So that's what I really want to do. And that obviously costs money to do that. But yeah, I got artists who can do that. I know artists who can do that. It just takes real money and it takes space, right? So when I go to the Schaumburg Center today, talking about Malcolm X, talking about legacy, I'm going to talk about my work. I'm going to introduce myself, let them know who I am or what I'm doing, what I've done. And we need to collaborate. And I would love to do this Hungry for Justice exhibit here that addresses these 14 points of justice, right? Homelessness, hunger, extreme poverty, malnutrition, political corruption, police terrorism, violence, right? All of the things, right? Employment, right? All of the stuff. So yeah, so that's our second segment of the day. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. I do hope some of you join me today. Again, let me know if you want to go, and I will send the link so you can get a ticket and we can meet in Harlem. Third segment of the day, tip of the day. My tip for you all, something that I'm getting back into. I'm so proud of myself. I'm on my third book this month, right? And my tip is to read at least 10 pages a day. Read 10 pages a day. 10 pages a day. It's not a lot. And it's not a lot initially, but it compounds, right? You do that every day for a month, 30 days, right? You got 300 pages. 300 pages could be 2 books. Could be 3 books. It could be 1 book if it's a 300-page book. But if it's a 120-page book, 130-page book, or 150-page book, that's 2 books, right? It could be a little less, right? It could be some books with 120 pages, You'll say you read 2 books with 120 pages and 1 book with 60 pages. That's 3 books. 3 books. So read just 10 pages a day. I am Big Black Bear said I do 20 pages. Salute, soldier. Salute, salute, salute. At least 10 pages a day. Right? I'm recommitting that. I know that. I've known that. I went a while without reading. But 10 pages a day. It'll subtly enhance your focus. It'll grow your self-discipline. And it'll increase your knowledge, vocabulary, and understanding. Essentially, reading just 10 pages a day is 300 pages a month, which could be between 1 and 3 books, as I mentioned, depending on the size. This begins to set you apart, not only from the rest of your circle, but from the rest of the world. Most people don't read nearly enough. The average American reads less than a book a year, not a month. The average American reads less than a book a year. They do not read a book per year. They'll read on social media, this gossip, that gossip. They may click a link and read that gossip, but they don't read books. They read less than a book a year. Right? Less than a book a year. And again, there was a time when I didn't read enough. Now, granted, I will say that I definitely read articles, not on gossip or BS. I read articles on medicine. I've read articles on meditation and mindfulness and violence. And I've read articles on many things. But there was a time when I did not read a whole book. I might skim through a book, but to sit down and read a book from start to finish, I hadn't done it in a while. And there's some books I still may not read start to finish. I may only get it to skim, right? Take something out of it, teach. But I'm committed to reading more. And like I said, I'm on my 3rd book of the month. And this book's going to be finished before the end of the week, right? And so I'm going to have another Saturday, Sunday until next week to read another book. I'm going to read 4 books this month. And they say the average CEO reads 4 to 5 books a month. Whoa, I'm right there. I'm right there. And if you're doing it, you're right there too, man. If you're reading 4 to 5 books a month, you are right there with the average CEO who makes a lot of freaking money, right? We're not talking about the average, like, small business CEO, no, because they don't read enough either. The average American, with the average CEO that's like tracked, that people pay attention to, is reading 4 to 5 books. All right. And yeah, so super dope, right? Again, it's 3rd book of the month. I finished Don't Be Savage. No, Be a Savage. Be Savage, Not Average. I finished that book by my brother Harold S. Reed Jr. Super dope book, powerful book. I need to write a review. Leave my review there. I finished You Were Born to Win by Daisaku Ikeda, the president of the Soka Gakkai International Buddhism book, Nichiren Buddhism. And now I'm on my 3rd book, Higher, by Arthur Henry, right? And I got to start writing reflections on these books, right? Because that's the next step. Read the books and then write a book report. Right? Read the book and then write a book report. Don't get away from book reports because you're an adult. No, write book reports, because those book reports can then turn into a book. Yo, my brain is crazy. You do 10 books. You read 10 books. You do a book report on each. Each book report is, let's say, 2 to 5 pages, right? 2 to 5 pages each book report, right? 10 books, let's say 5 pages. 10 books, 5 pages, that's 50 pages. That's a book. That's a book. Not a long book, but a book. I'm giving y'all the game. Let's get it. Let's do it. Right. So I'm proud of myself for being on my 3rd book of the month, especially knowing that I'm going to finish this book, Higher, by the end of this week and start another book and ensure that I finish that other book by the end of next week. Like, yeah, it's gonna be 5 books this month. It's gonna be at least 4 to 5 books this month, right? And I'm dope. So I'm right there. Let's move right along, guys, to our 4th and final segment of the day. Today's 4th segment, our build of the day. Today's build is on social media engagement, and how it matters more than you know, right? Social media engagement matters more than you know. Listen, last week, Thursday, I attended a networking event at Urban Vegan Kitchen in the city. Shout out to my brother Dave. And his whole team were Urban Vegan, the Urban Vegan brand. Urban Vegan Kitchen in Manhattan, 23rd Street, Urban Vegan Roots in Queens, 31st Street, right? Shout out to the Urban Vegan brand. But this networking event was run by this guy named Benny. Right, it was organized by this guy named Benny, who is the founder of the Vinoy Club and Vinoy Magazine. I got a hat from them. I got the magazine. We're going to highlight it probably at the end of the week. We'll highlight that magazine and stuff like that. It was my first time meeting Benny. The event was super well organized and put together. Although there weren't many people in attendance, engagement was good. I got there late. I got there after grief group, right? I got there after grief group, so I didn't get there till like 8:40. Event was over at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I got there like 8:40. Left group 8 o'clock. Got right there right? 8:30, 8:40 or so. Event was, I think, 7 to 10. Yeah, I stayed till like 9:30 and then I had to get home. But super dope event. Super dope event. Again, well organized. They had, two people at the door greeting you when you come in. You sign in, and then you get your swag bag. They got all types of things in the swag bag. We're gonna show that again, right? Well, not again, but I'm gonna show it. Show what's in the bag. A separate video, not part of the show. But yeah, dope, right? Again, well organized. Engagement was good. He had good questions and ways for people to engage. Swag bags, cool items. But again, social media engagement, how it works. So again, I got there late, right? But as soon as I walked in and took my seat, a few minutes later, Benny came and gave me the mic to introduce myself, right? He later went on to say he knew exactly who I was when I walked in. He said, "You just started following the magazine, right?" I said, "Yeah," right? This is him out loud in front of everybody else. He said, "Sugar Ray just started." He said, "No." He said to me, he said, "You just started following the magazine, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know how I know this Sugar Ray? Because Sugar Ray comments, Sugar Ray likes, Sugar Ray shares. That makes me pay attention. This is him. Who's this person liking everything, commenting on everything, and sharing everything?" He then clicked my profile, saw my page. So how you know I was when I walked in? He said, "Yo, you always wear these cool hats." And I had Thursday, I had the pony hat on, Pigeons of New York. He said, "So what is pony?" I said, Pigeons of New York, my brother Jim Hernandez, NFT brand, that I was talking about that. So he gave me, he said, "Yo, hopefully you can show us some love." I said, "I got you." Right? He said, "That's how I knew Sugar Ray was." He said, "Because he got my attention." Sugar Ray got my attention. Sugar Ray, not just asking for something. He said, most people, they see you and they know you got some money or they know you got something good and they ask, how can they? Sugar Ray just was sharing. This is him saying Sugar Ray just was commenting and just like not asking for anything, just giving positive energy. He said, and Sugar Ray got my attention. And then previously, right, he spoke about attention being the largest form of currency or the most valuable currency there is, especially right now. He said attention. If you can get someone's attention, you can sell them anything. Right? You can get someone's attention and keep someone's attention. You can sell them anything. And so, yeah, that was dope, right? That was dope. And it just, again, made me know that I'm doing the right thing, right? Don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to jump in someone's DM, right? Not so much asking for something, but just showing them some love. Yo, keep up the great work. I like what you're doing. The other thing is dope, right? Like, you don't got to go, you don't got to be a beggar all the time, man. I know that we all need things, right? We all may need things. It depends on where you are in your life. You may need a little more or less than others. We all need things, right? But like, you got to give first, man. Life is forgiving. So give love, give attention, give good energy, and it's going to come back. It's going to come back. It has to. That is the law of nature. That is the law, right? It has to come back. It has to come back. It has to come back. Yeah, attention. So social media engagement works, guys. Don't just be on social media posting all of your stuff. Also engage with others. Don't be begging for people to engage with you when you don't engage with them. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Engage with folks, right? Talk to folks, man. Like comment on people's things. Comment on people's things, right? Likes, comments, shares, they matter. They matter, beloveds. Like they absolutely do, especially when you want to engage with a person or a brand. When I saw the brother, right, I saw Urban Vegan. I think they had collaborated on a post about the thing. I saw, I was like, oh, networking event. It looked dope. The flyers look dope, right? The graphics, all as well. I clicked it. I said, oh, dope. I'm going. And I commented, I'm going. And I showed up late, but I showed up, right? Like, I wanted to connect with the brother, but I'm not just going to reach out and be like, yo, bro, you got a dope magazine. I want to know how we can collaborate. No, let me show you some love. Let me know that I'm genuinely interested. Let me let you know that I'm genuinely interested in what you're building, right? From what I can see through IG, I like it. I'm interested in it. It's great. Let me show up at the event. Let me meet you. Now, when I'm eating, I'm going to invite him to lunch. Brother, let's go pick up some, let's go get some lunch. Let's go to Urban Vegan, get some lunch, right? Let's go get some fruit, right? If I'm still doing my fruits, right? But let's meet up. Let's chop it up. Let's chat. Right, I would love to build with you on some things. You got a great brand. I would like to know how I can add value. How can I add value to what you're building? What do you need? Right? And then just have a genuine conversation from there. But attention. Social media engagement works. Likes, comments, shares matter. Don't be the person on social media that's only to yourself. Now, granted, everybody's time on social media is different. Everybody's goals for social media is different. Everybody don't want to build a big brand. Everybody's not doing that, so I get it. But if you're building something and if you're on there, use it to your advantage. Use it the right way, right? Give love, show love, engage with folks. Don't just want folks to engage on your post, engage on theirs as well. And guys, with that, that is the show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We got Mama Vilma here tuned in to the show. I am grateful for you, Mama Vilma. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you and all of that good stuff. You just made me think. I'm gonna hit Sophie up so we can let her know about these watermelons tomorrow, because she keep asking. We're going to get watermelons. No, today. We're going to get watermelons today, Sophie. But yo, listen, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marson. This is episode 370 of SR Daily, episode 370 of SR Daily, with personality meets enlightenment. Just 30 more episodes till milestone episode 400 on Tuesday, July 1st, 6 weeks from today. Please do join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. Remember, lastly, you are limitless. Peace. Be great and make it a great one. You heard my boo.